Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That was totally cheating, bringing my daughter into this. So I was holding it together, not bad, but that was a little bit cheating. Thank you for everyone that spoke. I thank you so much for that. I appreciate everybody that's here on the ice with me. And thanks to the Jets. I appreciate you guys being on the ice. I've stood there a few times, and it can be a long time, especially when you have not too good of an idea who's up there talking. So thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've been so blessed. Like it's been said, where I grew up and the village I grew up is Halkirk, and I didn't really have much of a choice. I was between being a hockey player and a cowboy, and I had to recognize the fact that it wasn't going to be tough enough to be a cowboy, so I had to be a hockey player. So it was a pretty simple choice for me. And where I grew up, in order for me to play hockey, there's so many people had to sacrifice for me to play. My parents had to drive me so far, and people had to give up their time and give up money that they didn't have in order for me to do it. And my parents spent hours and hours driving me from place to place just so I could live out the dream of trying to play. And I was so grateful for it. And it wasn't just for their sacrifice, because that was unbelievable, but it was for their generosity and the way that they prepared me for a lifetime of accepting gracious sacrifices from the people around me. I have an old proverb that I absolutely love, and it says that if you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together. And if this ceremony represents anything, it's that we've gone a long ways together. I can't help but feel so much gratitude as I look at the faces who filled this stadium and find myself surrounded by my teammates and fans and friends and family and coaches and bosses and all kinds of people. And the only reason that I'm here, and I mean this with everything, and the only reason I'm celebrated is because of everything that everybody's sacrificed around me. That is without a doubt. Thank you. I started my career on July 8th, 1995 in Edmonton at Northlands Coliseum, when John Paddock and Billy Lezuc went up on the stage to meet with Commissioner Bettman to tell me that I was drafted by the Winnipeg Jets. It was unbelievable. And I couldn't imagine a better place to spend my rookie year, a franchise that has icons like Bobby Hall, Dale Hawerchuk, and Thomas Steen, with what some would argue the most passionate fans in sports, who have, over the time there, since they got their beloved Jets back, have sold out just about every game. But in 1995, that was a long time ago. That's when it all happened. A lot has changed since then. In the NHL, not everybody was wearing helmets, which is when I told my teammates that when I started in the NHL, not every player even was wearing a helmet, which is considerably different than it is today. So that gives you an idea how long ago it was. Rick Tocchet actually had unbelievable hair, and Temple Newman had unbelievable hair. Actually, Temple Newman still has unbelievable hair, so. And Toc, you look great too. Like, you look amazing, Toc, so. And in 1995, half of the current Coyotes roster wasn't even playing hockey or born. So it was probably a pretty good cue that I should have left and should have been done a while before that. I remember when we were in Veterans Memorial Arena, and I was sitting, or in Winnipeg's Memorial Arena, and the Queen is hanging up in the rafters. If you've ever been to Winnipeg's old arena, it was a beauty. And Stan and Zinger and Kinger and Rich Nairn were all standing around talking about that the team was going to move, and it was going to be tough, and that we were probably going to move to Minnesota. And then Rich came in and said, "No, we're not moving to Minnesota. We're going to Phoenix." And I remember that day so clearly. It was one of those things that I didn't really know that much about the state, and I was excited to get here. But Winnipeg is, all through my career, the Winnipeg Jets fans and the people that are part of the organization, they've shown up time and time again all over the place, and I appreciate it so much. Walking through an airport, and someone's like, "I was there when you guys played Detroit in the last game," which is funny. Kinger and I have joked about this, and Repo, we talked about, there must have been like 150,000 people at that game, because everybody seems to have been at that last game. So, but they told us we were moving to Arizona, and we were going to a place to play a sport that required frozen water in a place that never freezes and has no water. So, thought it made perfect sense. And when I got here, Arizona, it was unbelievable. You guys welcomed somebody that measures kilometers instead of miles, uses the word "a" way too much, and apparently I say "about" wrong. So, and you've made me feel like I belong here in 1,000 different ways. You met us at the convention center when we first landed. Somebody gave me a cactus, and I'm a 19-year-old hockey player when they gave it to me. So that didn't last very long, even though you didn't even have to water it. It just still didn't last. You've let me do everything I wanted to do with the horses here in Arizona and ride and all the things that was amazing. You've celebrated with me when things were so far long overdue. Like winning a playoff round only took us 27 years to get that first one. Scoring my first hat trick, and yeah, Ray, you did pass it. So if you're wondering, Ray Whitney passed it to me. But scoring my first hat trick, you guys threw your hats on the ice. It was 1,116 games. Like, that's ridiculous. How can you put? And then I get a second one, and everybody threw their hats on the ice for warm-up. Like, who does that? Nobody does that. So, and I loved it. I appreciated it. I was so grateful for it. The kind of support that I received over 21 years, being able to wear the C here was amazing. My kids have grown up here. They went to kindergarten here. My daughter graduated her prom here. Tonight we have teachers, we have friends, we have coaches, we have neighbors. That's what everybody is in this room, pretty much to me, because that's where we've been here our whole lives. And you've made us feel like home, and I thank you so much. We've come a long ways. My family and I have so much joy in the deep roots we have here in Arizona. Thank you for all the small acts of kindness that you've given us over the 21 years and made this place our home. It's been amazing. This stadium that we're in right now, it's an ice rink in the hottest desert in North America, and it wouldn't be possible without the financial sacrifices and personal passions and the audacious vision of Mr. Gary Bettman and the Berg family. Brought the team here in '96. Thank you very much. And to all the owners over the years and all the NHL office staff that have kept the team here, running a sports franchise takes perseverance, patience, and I appreciate the hard work and all your sacrifices. Thank you so much. I'm almost done, guys. Just hang in there for a little bit longer. I'm almost done. To all my teammates, to the teammates that I got to play with, you guys were unbelievable. Talk about sacrifice. A lot of you had to sacrifice if you were playing with me. So that was that in itself. Laura Korpikoski once said, playing with me was 59 minutes of hell for hopefully one great accidental opportunity of brilliance. So that would be the end. That'd be usually one game. It was a lot harder than that. Guys, I'm your biggest fans. You're NHL players, and I got to be your friends. I have some of your phone numbers, even though I'm the worst texter and phone caller in the world. But you guys are unbelievable. From the Hall of Famers that I got to play with, to the minor hockey guys that I played in Castor and Killam with. I have so many people here. I'd love to go around and thank each and every one of you that are on the ice. But Lamar, Rich, and Talk, and OEL said they'd kill me if I did that because I'd want to talk to everyone for so long. To Keith, JR, and Teppo, you guys have set the standard for what it takes to be in the Ring of Honor, and I'm absolutely... And I'm absolutely humbled to be up there with you guys. To all my teammates, it was an absolute honor. I truly can't express it enough. And if you knew, if I'm one-on-one with you guys would probably be tired of me thanking you and talking to you because I usually do it too long. But to each one of you, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much. I can't believe that I got to be your teammate. I can't believe I got to play with you. I can't believe that you guys are my friends. I'm overwhelmed with the fact that you're people that I want to be like. You're people that I want to grow up and act like. It was unbelievable to become one of you. So thank you. To the guys that I got to play with that are still playing, I really, you guys are good, man. You young guys coming in now, it is so fun to watch you play. I'm so excited what you guys are going to do in the rink in the coming years. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm so excited, not only that, to see where you guys go with your lives. As teammates, it's been so fun to see you guys grow up, to see your families, to see everything that goes along with you guys being young men and becoming young men. To the trainers, I get asked all the time, how did you play so long? And it's an easy answer for me. It was all my friends. Hockey can be a little bit rough from time to time, and I was blessed with the best trainers and doctors that you could ever ask for, and kept me able to go back out there and play year after year. So the trainers were amazing. The PR guys, the security guys, the team services guys, the strength and conditioning guys. You guys all know who you are, and you know how hard it is to keep me on task and to keep me on time. And those two things are pretty much impossible, and you did an unbelievable job. So thank you guys so much. I appreciated it. To Tony, Jason, and Denver, I don't even know how to thank you guys. You guys let me into your room. You guys gave me my own chair in your room. And if anyone was ever looking for me, they knew exactly where to find me for the most part. You guys did everything for me for 21 years. And to Stan, you literally went far with me. We went all the way to Russia and to Finland. We went undefeated over there with Team Canada, so that was pretty good. We had a good time doing that. I'm fortunate that we were able to become so close. You made it so our time on the rinks never felt like work. I was just spending time with one of my friends. It was amazing. I'm so honored to have such great, careful, intelligent, and hilarious people in my life, and I'm so blessed. To Bruce and Laverne and Blake and Sheena, you guys started sacrificing by letting me into your lives 25 years ago. And up until a couple of years ago, you were still buying tickets. So that was pretty nice of you, and you spent a lot of money on me. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it so much. Buying tickets for me when I was 17 years old was incredible. Being able to be with one organization for 22 years was something that was pretty special. But it's nothing when you compare it to 42 years of what my parents modeled for me, working for a ranch. The only desire that they ever had, and the only reason they did it for all those years, was to help others. So if I could thank my mom and dad for one thing. It wouldn't be for driving me all over Alberta or buying me gear or giving me every chance I could have dreamed of to play. It would be for modeling character, work ethic, patience, and love. Dad always said, if you enjoy working hard, every day is going to be a holiday. And my work was a true holiday. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom. To Mom, Dad, Brooke, and Leanne, you guys have avoided me to help me avoid trouble by just simply showing me examples of what principles and truths are right from the very beginning. You showed me how to do things right, and that love truly does always win. And I love you guys. Thank you. Now I get to talk about my kids real quick, and that might take a little bit longer, but sorry, I'm doing this because they're awesome. So after home games and I was done doing media and talking to people, and I'd say hi to everybody and I'd talk to everybody, and Stan would come out and tell me, hey, they want to go home, leave them alone. So the whole time that was going on, my kids were in the back waiting. That's been their life. That's what they've known their whole lives. They've been waiting for Dad just so that I could be viewed as a good guy who talks to everyone. They knew that at any moment they could have walked in and demanded my attention, and they would have got it. You guys are all amazing. But if they walked in and asked for it, they would have got it. And not one time did they ever do that. They sacrificed so much for me. Today, Gracie, Josh, Karis, and Carson are 20, 17, 14, and 12, and it feels like just the other day they were 8, 5, 3, and nothing. Even then, they were standing in a hallway. They were waiting then. They've missed sleepovers, they've missed birthday parties, video games, practicing music, rehearsing lines, playing sports, and they never complained. My children truly are amazing, amazing, amazing. They're confident, and they should be. They're beautiful, intelligent, independent, respectful, but resolute and gentle. They are funny, they have empathy, and best of all, they love each other, and it's absolutely amazing. They are truly phenomenal. And none of this is because of me. It's because I met a girl in Kamloops near a 7-Eleven in a parking lot. And I couldn't take my eyes off her. She was amazing. It's my wife, Andrea. If you haven't met her, she has the best laugh in the world. She has a great sense of humor, and she's usually laughing at her own jokes. And now, no matter how happy I am, when she laughs, I'm even happier. It makes me feel so good to be around her. She's strong, she's tough. Obviously, she married a hockey player and a professional athlete, so she had to be. She's strongest when she's honest with me, which is sometimes painful, but it's good for me and for both of us. I don't have to tell you she's beautiful. You saw her walk in, but I'll tell you she's beautiful. But she's also beautiful in how she loves our family. She has definitely sacrificed the most for our family. She's always been second because the game has always been so relentless in its demand of all of our time. Andrea, you've given too much. I simply can't even up the scales. I also know that you'll never call that dead end. And when I married you, I was 20 years old, and as much as I loved you then, there was no way that I would know how much better you are for me in every single way. Thank you. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about the game. Many of you in this arena know that it's so much more than a game. Hockey's taught me to put others first. When I was tired, it told me to keep going. When I thought I couldn't have anything left, it asked for more. It humbled me when I gave everything and still ended up not on top. It gave me more joy than I could ever imagine, and it gave me a community of best lifelong friends. It's an amazing thing, hockey. It's the greatest competitive sport, team sport in the world, and I am so glad that I got to play it, and it's all because of everything you guys gave me on this journey. But more importantly, I get to play hockey because of a creator who made the very water that makes up the ice, who created my parents and directed my steps, a creator who gave me a body type that matched my ambitions for hockey, along with joy for it. He put me into this specific body at this time in history when guys like me get paid to play a game. I didn't choose any of these things, but I've benefited from them all. Jesus has guided and directed and protected every step along the way, and it's by him, for him, and through him that all things are possible. So to him I say thank you as well, and for every moment in the last 22 years of playing hockey in the NHL. I hope that my story and my career serve as a testament to the value of perseverance. Perhaps I value this so much because it was my only play. I was never the greatest player. I never was a superstar or anything like that, but I just kept hanging around. But I probably would have made a lousy cowboy anyways, so I figured I might as well play hockey. I found incredible meaning in taking this long journey alongside people who loved, supported, and made it all possible. And even though Ray Whitney did call me fast one time, just a little bit ago, he called me fast. It's the only time in his life he's ever called me fast. I don't think anyone else would have. I would have never, ever made it this far without all of you. And so to everyone here that has sacrificed so I could be celebrated, thank you so much.